Hey, before we get too far into this, I'm doing a giveaway. I've kit bashed 2 of these models. Mine is painted, yours is primed grey, potentially if you win. Hang up to the end of the video to find out how to enter. Thanks. So yeah, it's your boy pvablood. I'm going to be turning some aluminium cans into objective markers. Apply scissors to the can. Be sure not to cut yourself using the scissors or from the aluminium itself. And I'm just cutting out 6 pieces here. About yay big. You do not need to be precise. Get yourself some dowel or some wooden skewers. These are going to be the flag poles, so to speak. And just trim them and super glue them together in a T shape. Then get some cheap wire here. Got it from the dollar store. Just be aware this stuff will become a tangled mess real quick. And then just gently wrap it around the end here. It's going to look like it's rope or something holding it together. Work it around. So you can see here I've trimmed the edges of the objective markers to match which number each objective is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's how many edges the bottom of each of these banners has. Now I've got those dowel and wire pieces here, and I'm just going to be gluing them onto the banners made of aluminium. I'm just trimming a little window here just so you can still see the wrapped wire, purely for aesthetic choices this, and just super gluing it and then holding it closed. Then I'm crinkling them up slightly to look like they're billowing in the wind or from the shock waves of explosions, and priming them all white. Simple. So 40mm is the recommended size for objective markers, so I'm going to use some of these 40mm bases, but you can use anything really. Just drilling a hole large enough for the pole stands to stick in. I'm going to be gluing some cheap dice to the base and making sure I'm leaving the faces up that's going to correspond with which objective it is. I'm also going to be adding these flat washers here. They're just adding weight. That's it. Just be sure not to accidentally superglue close the hole you drilled. Okay. I trimmed the flagpoles here because they're just a little bit tall for my tastes. And I'm going to be painting them in alternating color. One batch will be white, one batch will be this Wild Rider red. So matching odds and even objectives. Matches my army this way. Just going to be adding some detail from this skull kit. It's a pretty cool kit if you like to do some decorating of your bases. And the number of skulls will match which objective it is. Straightforward. You don't have to use skulls, you can use guns, rock formations, any other spare bits you want. And I've just glued on some chunks from some corkboard using PVA glue, and I'm adding more glue and then just some sand. Just be sure not to add glue to the actual face of the dice or on the decorative skulls or whatever you've used. Give it some time to dry, and then add some agrellan earth. This will just be some crackled dry mud effect. And then prime that. I'm priming it grey. Alright, I know you've got a lot of unused transfers. You can see this big pile I've got here. I'm getting out the numbers. You can see that the odd numbers are white and the even numbers are in black. And I'm just going to be placing them on the actual banners. I like to use a brush to do this because that way you can get precision but also gentle and don't accidentally rip them. And then when they're in place, use a tissue to mop up the water, and they will sit exactly where you want. Take your time, there's no rush, and if it's not sitting right, just apply some water and the transfer will lift so you can position it again. You can see the theme I've got going on here. Just added some extra details for fun, and they'll be sitting in the objectives like so. Easy. Then I'm going to be applying that Xandri dust over those base pieces. I'm just using a felt tip pen as well to add some extra details to those blank areas. And I had a bit of fun with it. I decided to add some little details that would match each of the regiments that I had for each objective. This sort of matches my own headcanon for my custom regiment. They're sort of comprised of refugees from other regiments and from a collection of war zones, giving them another chance to serve. But you can match that up with dynasties, space marine chapters, whatever you want, depending on your army. Oh yeah, I'm just using some white paint here to dry brush over that Xandri layer, just to make the details pop, because I'm about to absolutely drown these things in some brown wash. This is a wash I made myself using some brown ink, but anything that you've got that's a brownie wash, add it. Even some watered down paint will work. When that's all dry, I'm going to be hitting it with some Ushabti bone. I'm not sure on the pronunciation. Just dry brushing the objectives again, just to raise those details back up from the wash. Yep. Do you get the idea? 2 skulls for objective 2, 3 skulls for objective 3. Guess how many skulls objective 6 has? Seriously though, it's 6 skulls. And then on the edges, I'm just using a gold paint. I've got a lot of Retributor gold, so that's what I'm using. But I think it gives a nice aged, blingy look to them. I did use 2 coats for the gold paint. Oh yeah, use a matte varnish on the banners themselves, because the wash can cause the felt tip pen to smudge otherwise, if it's not completely dry. And yeah, Seraphim Sepia wash just over the entire thing. You can use a couple of coats if you want. Oh yeah, that's what happens if you get too close with a matte varnish spray. You'll get that crinkle pattern. Now, considering Armageddon is a chemical blasted wasteland, I think it adds to the effect, but just be aware that can happen. I'm now going to be using some Xandri dust and some more Ushabti bone just to dry brush over these. You can see that I've also painted the banner poles black just because I think it pops a bit better. Just dry brushing those edges, just, you know, these things are sitting in a battlefield, they're fighting over it, there's going to be dust in the atmosphere, and it just pops the little folded edges there. Looking aged, looking dusty, looking done. Alright, you can see that these exact methods can be used in more ways than just banners. This is my new regimental standard. I do like it a lot more than just the standard Cadian one that comes in the kit. You know, now that is religion. Very cool. You can definitely see the theme I've got on with the numbers matching with alternating colors, odds and evens. The little details you can still see clearly even after all the dry brushing and washing. That's just felt tip pen. I have shaky hands. I cannot do this with a paintbrush, but I can definitely do it with a pen. The aluminium holds up really firmly. It's really nice for the details. Which is your favorite? I think the Valhalla one is. I like the idea of fighting over a picture of a teapot. Yep, Space Marine Captain coming in really wants that picture of a teapot. Thanks for watching. Please do the like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Feel free to hit me up wherever if you've got any questions. I am active on Twitter and Instagram, which are linked below. And yeah, those details in the competition are going to be coming up shortly. Just giving a nice close look at these, and you can see that there was no precision in this project. It was just coming in with, you know, spray paint, old damaged brushes for dry brushing, frickin' pens. These are just felt tip pens you get from a newsagent's or an art store. I think these might have even been left over from high school, which was a long time getting some use again. I'm just glad you're here. I hope you enjoyed the video. And here's how you can win yourself a model. You gotta subscribe, and you gotta comment to this video or a future video with a suggestion for a video topic. It's not complex. Hey, I'd like you to do a video about this. Maybe you want me to do a battle report. Make some more tutorials and doing anything battlefield related, more model related stuff. That's it. It doesn't have to be particularly detailed, just, you know, interact with me. When I reach 1,000 subscribers, within 24 hours, I will contact the winner. That's it. So this could take a while, this could take a short amount of time. Be sure to jump in there as soon as you can, and you can win the model on the right there. It's a one-off. That's it. If you don't answer within 2 days of the actual draw date, I will move on to the next person, so just keep an eye on your inbox. That's about it. I will mail it to you in case I haven't made it obviously clear. As long as you're on the planet, I'll send it to you. I've also got an Instagram. I'll be announcing when a winner has been drawn, but I won't be obviously sharing your details unless you explicitly say that it's okay. Like, just say, hey, this username has won. Otherwise, you know, I'm not going to share anything you don't want to. Thanks for checking out the video. I know 2020, 2021 has been pretty crazy, and having this channel to work on has been a fantastic thing for my mental health. Thanks everybody, take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones. We'll see you again.